Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Ugo. You're now welcome to the Tickzon Scheme channel. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But today I am just here to talk about a simple topic. Or well, it's not so simple for most of us when the time comes. But why you should ask for help, especially when you're going through something. Now, a lot, throughout this life, we've all gone through stuff. We've all been there, done that, and we're all going to go through things. Now, one of the biggest killers in this life is stress, and another killer is loneliness. And being alone and feeling alone are two different things, especially when you're going through something. And a lot of times it's a compounding effect of feeling like you're going through something alone, as well as stress of life and everything compounding on you. Now, everybody, regardless of who you are, has problems, and sometimes the circle you can have doesn't sometimes reflect the support you have. So sometimes you could have loads of friends, but not necessarily meaning that you have a lot of people that you share your problems with, or a lot of people who ask about your problems in turn. But a lot of times when I'm talking about you should ask for help or you should speak to somebody, a lot of people hit me back with, what is the point? What is the point of me asking for help? Like, you can't solve the problem for me, so what's the point of me even telling you? What's the point of me even involving you? Why would I even put myself there? What is the point? Now, I'm here to let you know what the point is. Because I understand, when it's a lot of times, like, why would I waste my energy to talk to you or share my feelings or share what I'm going through? Because one, you can't help me solve it, especially if it's something sensitive like maybe family drama or something like that, or work is stressing me. It's not like you're gonna do my job for me, or it's money is issues. It's not like you're gonna give me money. So if you're not going to help me, what's the point of me sharing? And or I've been disappointed a lot in the past, so even trusting you with that is not great for me, especially because maybe if I start sharing this with you now, then I might have like an emotional or some kind of bond with you in terms of a friendship or otherwise. So now I might feel dependent on you because of distance. Now, those are all valid things to be wary of, especially in terms of creating a bond, because when you're sharing pain, it does create some kind of familial bond with somebody, and it's an easy way to get to know somebody, but easy way to become close friends with somebody. It's easier to bond over bad times than it is on good times, ironically, in terms of if you're going through something. But then it's also easy to go in good times, but you catch my drift. But my point is, a problem shared is always a problem halved. A lot of times when we're going through something, we kind of do the opposite of what we need to do. So if you're, let's for example, you're slightly depressed, so you're now recluse from people, XYZ. Most times in those cases, you kind of take yourself away from people when probably what you need is more human contact. You probably start talking to people less when you're looking for people to reach out to you. And a lot of times when we're going through something, we are so perplexed that other people around us can't see that we're going through something. And so in a lot of those situations, you're looking at people like, why don't you call me? Why don't you check on me? Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times people don't know that you're going through something. It's just point blank period. No, it's obvious to you because you're living it. But the people around you don't know that it's there. And so when you're going through those moments, you'd be surprised who would be willing to help you if you actually just ask for the help. And a lot of people are really ready to come for call when push comes to shove. So let them know that push has come to be shoved. And you'd be surprised who comes out of the woodwork. You're rarely ever as alone as you actually feel if you're able to actually reach out and actually ask. Now, I know in these situations it's kind of tough because in a lot of these situations we do want somebody to find us, save us. We want our Superman. All of us want to be a little bit of a Lois Lane or Luke Lane, whatever you want to call yourself in that context. But sometimes we have to start by saving ourselves, and sometimes that might be just reaching out. Sometimes that might be calling a friend and saying, listen, I need your help. Even in the context of your job, if you have a good manager, most managers in most jobs are, one level of one even by the health and safety executive, one aspect of what's it called, stress is good manager understands stress, but overworked, overloaded is a good telltale. Your manager should actually be on job. But then if you have a problem, you just let them know. Now, obviously, in a lot of these situations, asking for sharing these things, sharing, if you're going through something personally, sharing these things, it won't necessarily help you solve the problem, but at least in allow you to understand that somebody else out there is cares. At least somebody else there has at least given you the space to listen, to air your grievances, so it doesn't feel like you're just alone in this world. And you'd be surprised on how much relief that gives you just by being acknowledged that what you're going through is something that you're going through, and being able to have an outlet. Now, obviously, after being able to ask for help, it's very important for you to go on to establish your support networks. But a lot of times people don't use the established support network in terms of their friends, family, because you don't want to worry the people that care about you. So it's kind of counterintuitive. So my point being is that ask for help. If you're going through something in your personal life or whatever, ask for help, or find somebody, maybe even a stranger or a counselor to speak to, for you to find somewhere to as an outlet. It's very important to not just like keep these things in. And you'll be surprised. Maybe you're going through something. You tell somebody, they might know somebody who might have a solution, or they might have gone through something similar, or know someone who's gone through something similar who can give you some advice of how you can get through it. You're rarely the first or the last person who's gone through what you're going through, and so there's some camaraderie in that, but there's some relief in that you being able to ask for help and somehow just being given space. For me personally, I've asked for help. There's a period of time in my life I didn't used to ask for help. That's very true. But there's now I ask for help when I need it. Now at the same time, don't get it twisted. You shouldn't be asking for help. Nobody really wants, from a single individual, they don't want to be hearing help every day. Don't overwhelm somebody, because it's very important for you to balance it out. As much as you are going to ask for help, make sure you balance it out and you don't make this person your emotional sponge. Because now what happens a lot of times is that when you're sharing your issues with somebody, they even actually get more, they take it on themselves, and because they don't have an outlet to push that out, most times when you tell somebody your issues, they actually become a bit more invested than you are. If you have like personal drama, you see some people, they're more pissed off at the person that maybe causing you the stress than you are. And so make sure that you manage it correctly. But it's important for those things to happen, so that you don't end up breaking down. And especially if you've reached the point of breaking down or burnout or any of those kind of things, it's important again to ask for help. In that, we have a video on what you can do if you're burnt out, if it's on a work or workload situation, or just a life kind of situation going turmoil, turned down, what to do then. But a very important thing for you to do is to make sure that when you're going through things, ask for help. It's easier to carry something with two hands than a couch. I could probably carry a couch by myself. I carried my couches by myself, but then it was definitely easier when my friend came over and we carried it together. It's a lot of those things that people don't necessarily have to solve your problem, but they can at least give you some breath of fresh air for you to find a way to solve it for yourself. That's the reason why taking a break is important sometimes, but you have to also understand taking a break won't solve your problems, whether that be from work, relationship, life, or whatever. Taking a break just gives you time to recuperate and get enough energy to actually come back to deal with the problem at hand. And so at some point, you're going to have to deal with it or ask for help for you to deal with it. So it's important, this life, you don't actually have to do it alone. And so it's easier when you're going to do it together. They say, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. So, hopefully, within your sphere, you're finding people that are willing and happy to ask for help. And you'd be surprised the people you ask for help. Some people that you're calling ops might be the people that you will end up helping you very much. That's why they say keep friends close but your enemies closer. Well, no, actually it's the other way around, isn't it? But your enemies sometimes work very well in terms of helping you out. So, or the quote unquote people you say you don't mess with, you'd be surprised who will provide help for you. So just very, recognize when you need help. Ask for it. It's important. Don't suffer alone, because we're all in this together. Once we know that we are in the star and the dreams come true. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, bye.